Late nights so far away, damn babe, wish you can come over. I need some special kind of loving. What's the hold of my money's calling for? And I would take the time.
We back at it again. We're here.
4.
Yeah.
That's
hey
4,
man,
dog.
Dude, this is so amazing, so amazing. This is Baron.
This is Travis. I'm back.
And man, you guys are back adventuring with Black Nerds.
Hey, listen. Before we start, I want to give a huge shout out, not to Black Kenny as a whole, but to Pro, because Pro did put that. He put those visuals together. The image that you see right now,
hooked it up,
was made for us and given to us. And
now we ain't got to worry about getting copyright issues.
Exactly. So shout outs to you, man. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Pro.
And then not only that, but shout out to the love that we got so far. The crazy part about it is I know that it's people that we know that are listening to us.
Yes.
Right? But it's the comments and the stuff I see on posts on Facebook and stuff like that. It makes me want to continue doing it.
Yeah,
it makes me want to keep going. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? It makes me want to do better.
Yeah.
It makes me want to come with better content. It makes me want to come more fine tuned. I want to get better.
Exactly.
Because of the love we've been getting. Yeah. And I don't want to taper off. I want to get better.
The response has been crazy.
Yeah, and it totally trips me out.
Better than what I expected.
Oh, same here, dude.
You know, because dealing with YouTube is a strange place.
Very true.
Because if you go there to look for something, you're going to get the most looked for something.
Yes, sir.
You know, even when you look at first, when we used to look up our name, it was a whole bunch of other stuff would come up. You had to go down to like page 2 to get to us.
Yep.
So now when you type in our name the exact same way, The Adventures of the Black Nerds on YouTube, it's the first one there.
Yeah.
We don't have a profile picture just yet. We're working on that.
I know we still got the ghost face.
Exactly. But we're there, man. Yeah. And we've established this little bit of following that we have, these subscribers.
And keep subscribing.
And it's been crazy. Like I'm telling you, when I jump on Facebook and I see these posts and I see all this stuff, it make me happy.
It's a beautiful feeling because, for one, we always talked about doing this.
Yeah.
And to finally do it and then get the love. Because I was ready to do it if nobody listened.
Oh, yeah. You see, but that's our mentality. Our mentality is to be like, you know, we kind of make the decisions what we want to do.
Very true.
And if we wanted to do this, and even if we flop, I think I even heard you say this. Like, even if I only got one view, at least I did it.
Man.
You know?
It's the biggest feeling. And for those listening, man, if there's anything you want to do, and I want to say, I read this from Curtis King. Shout out to Curtis King. He, if you got anything, if you got a story to tell it. If you got a novel to write down, write it. If there's a song, a poem, if there's a movie you want to shoot, go take your phone and shoot it. Like, do that thing that's burning at you inside, man. Like, whatever it is, whatever that little artistic niche, whatever, even if you think nobody's gonna listen, nobody's gonna give you a chance or even care about it, maybe nobody will, but you'll feel better about it. I promise you, folks. For those who are listening right now, knowing that this is our 4th podcast, and the fact that this became like a part of our weekly get down, and how much process we put into prepping for this, it feels good.
Yep.
Like,
it do.
It feels good.
We get to come here, we sit down. I know today is going to be more of a...
We kind of coming off the cuff.
Yeah, it ain't really structured. Today's not as structured as it should be, but, you know, we have things to discuss.
Yes.
You know, but we do it. You know, we come out here, we do it, we get it done. It's literally on our calendar to do this every Monday. So
and you know what? It's such a trip because people get up and bust their humps. People will get up and go and bust their ass, blood, sweat, and tears to go clock in somewhere. To go, and I know it's for the big purpose of feeding your family or paying your bills. Like, I get it, and I'm not disrespecting it. I do it. But you have to have some time in your life and in your day to do something for you. Now, if all of a sudden this blows up and takes over my job, then thank you. But I'm doing this because it makes me feel good.
Exactly.
This, man, it's such a wonderful feeling doing something for me.
That you want to do.
That I want to do. Not that I have to do.
There's a difference.
Man, it's huge. And I really hope other people out there get to experience it.
I think I think a lot of people should sit down at some point. Like I've had a conversation with people. I've had conversation with multiple people who don't know, like, that don't have hobbies.
Yeah,
that don't know what to do.
It's depressing,
and it's kind of hard. You like, what do you like to do?
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
you don't know
what the hell. Like,
and then people get shocked, like when they ask me, "Well, what do you like to do?" Oh, I like photography.
Yep. What? Yeah, and they look at you like you crazy. Yeah,
like you got to answer, and then then I can dive deeper in it, so they know it ain't a front.
Yeah, like it's real.
Yeah, I shoot with this. I do this. This is how you do this. You know, if you're looking to get this specific, I break it all down, and they're like, "Oh, you really do this?" And I'm like, hey,
and if you need any photography work, at XT Jones.
Thank you for the plug. Much well appreciated.
Oh man, plug master.
Hey man, but you gotta find something other than this 40-hour
work week.
And
that the 9 to 5 alone will kill you, man. And you know what? You can't, as long as what you're into doesn't hurt or harm anything or anyone, man, do it.
Exactly.
Like, and don't be ashamed of it. Like me, I mean, well, shoot, you here with Adventures of the Black Nerds. I build model robots. I got collections of figures and art.
Anime,
I watch anime. I go art walks and buy art.
You know what? But this isn't something that we just picked up on.
No, this is stuff I've been doing.
It's something we've been doing.
Oh, man.
And there's differences between me and you, but the general concept of everything is there. Like, we watch cartoons.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We play video games.
Yes.
We were just sitting down talking about Destiny before we started.
Yes, we were.
And that's because we play it.
Yep.
We put time into it, and it is like something we like to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference between doing something because I gotta do it, and then doing something that you like to do, because you're gonna find time to do it.
Oh yeah,
you're gonna always find time.
Yeah, you'll make time.
Hey, I always say, listen, people. You ain't got money to smoke weed.
Yeah.
But you find
somehow they always
somehow
weed.
You always high. And the only reason why I brought that up, I just had this conversation with a close friend of mine.
Yeah.
And I was telling him that, like, yo, you ain't popping.
Yeah.
Not to be mean or anything, but you ain't rich.
Yeah, you ain't rolling deep. Yeah.
But you always high.
Yeah. You always got enough to get what you want.
You always got, you know what I'm saying? So you will
real.
find the time to do something that if something that you want to do. I ain't saying to go out and smoke weed.
No.
I'm just saying.
But if there's that hobby, if there's that release, is there if there whatever that is, as long as it's not hurting nobody or harming whatever.
Yeah.
Do your thing. Because
you know what?
everybody needs that.
You know what? To go along with that, it's this dude I know, and he has this mind state that he can do anything.
Ah, okay.
And he did one thing. I won't say what it was. He did one thing by himself, and it turned out to work for him. That he wants to do everything on his own, right? So he literally engulfs himself in this project, learning about it, figuring out the material and things he needs, and he'll go out and do it.
Yeah.
Right. So he's very funny because when he starts talking about it, he wants you to know everything that he's gonna do, every detail,
every
about
little
it,
piece,
and he's not gonna stop until you know it. So we sit down having the conversation, and we're talking about mushrooms, and he's telling me how people make mushrooms to be something that they're not, and he's showing me statistics, and I'm like, yo, I believe you. Like, I'm not gonna go and look it up my own.
Like I'm not over here doubting you. Clearly, you're the pro, and you know what you're doing.
I'm like,
I'm
not. I believe you. You don't have to. And he's showing me everything, and he's going through this. And the one thing I admire about him is the fact that he don't have to do it.
True.
Right? He works. You know what I'm saying? But he does it on his time away from that. Man. He does other things, but when he get locked on to something, he's doing it. And that's all I'm saying is get out there, do it.
Man,
just go
find that hobby, find that passion, and also make sure you got somebody around you that'll support it. Because it's hard as hell. I couldn't imagine trying to do this, having somebody nagging down my back, talking about, are you done yet? Why are you guys up so late? Why are you guys like? And it, man, it would suck.
Hey, you know what?
That counterproductive. You know,
I was just listening to that conversation.
Yeah.
And that will actually be on the channel as well. It'll probably around the same time this goes on.
Oh yeah.
And the amazing thing about that conversation is that not only you found,
and he's talking about a conversation that I had with my wife.
Yes.
And that
shout
that podcast, Kylie. Shout out to Kylie. That podcast will be up.
Hey, you know what? Kylie's always been the homie. Like she
really has.
Real chill. With, you know,
even since high school. Yeah. So, for real, it's been a trip.
shout out to you, Kylie. You're very dope. I'll say that. But what I was saying is that conversation says a lot, because in there she mentions that, you know, you need to find time to learn about your significant other.
True.
And because you may not be into what they were into, but if you figure out if he's interested or she's interested in this, maybe I could pay a little bit more attention. And that's what it seemed like she did. Now she's invested. Yeah. And now she's a part of it. You know, that's dope.
And it has to work both ways.
Yeah.
It has to be both ways. But sometimes it takes one person to extend that hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody want to put up a front.
Yeah.
And that's usually what leads to bad things, you know, sends people off out of the house looking for that companionship.
Yeah.
And that companionship doesn't even always have to be another person. It could be a thing.
It could be anything. Yeah.
It could be all of a sudden. I mean, you see it. People who get home from work, and instead of going home, or get off of work, instead of going home, they go to that thing.
Yeah.
Whether it's the bar, whether it's whatever it is.
This dude that go to the bowling alley.
You see, he do everything in his power, and then he makes sure to get home right when old lady sleep.
Yeah.
Look, but that wouldn't be a big issue if she was in the bowling.
Yeah, if she enjoyed it.
No, you know what I mean? If she made that.
This reference to 40-year-old version. Or not 40, the sequel to that.
Oh, not 40-year-old virgin. This is 40.
This is 40.
Yeah.
Because remember, he was into all this other stuff. Marvel movies. And draft and baseball drafts.
Yeah.
And she wasn't into it.
At all. And she actually beat him down.
Yeah.
Beat him down. And then what was the other thing?
Him eating cupcakes. Spider-Man. Yeah. Him eating junk food.
Yeah.
So it's like you gotta figure it out.
There's got to be a middle road,
and it does take two. So you're right about that.
It has to go both ways.
Yeah, you gotta. I don't know. See, with me, and I think you can attest to this. I'm not ashamed to figure out. Hey, that's what you like to do. Let's go do it.
Yep,
I'm not ashamed to do that. And I had my ego and all of that doesn't play a part in me saying, like, I'm not gonna say, man, I don't like. For example, hookah bar.
Yeah, very true.
Love the hookah bar.
Yeah, man.
Since
I spent years
in the hookah bar.
Yeah.
But my time being in the hookah bar ain't that far behind you.
Yeah.
Because I used to go with you.
Very true.
But I did not like going to the hookah bar.
Very true.
It wasn't entertaining. I used to fall asleep in there.
Very true.
But I've had some of the best conversations. I've met some of the dopest people in the hookah bar.
Yep.
And that's because I went. Like, I took the time out to say, yo, let's go, man.
Man,
cool.
Give it a shot.
I'll meet you there.
Yep.
You know, or I just come out and come chill with you, and you know, so yes, extend that hand. Go do something. Step out of your box, man.
And just even if you just show general interest, ask about it.
Yeah.
You know, instead of that whole, like, for example, things I've heard in my day, like I'm old. You're playing the game again. What cartoon? Why are you always watching cartoons? That looks stupid. It's got subtitles. Like, I can go for days of the things I've heard in my short journey to this point.
You know it's so messed up. I watch everything in subtitles.
Bro, me too. It could be.
I watch everything in subtitles. I don't know why I love subtitles so much.
I know why I do, because I got hooked from watching so many movies in different languages.
You can say that. Where'd you think I watched Dragon Ball Z first?
Oh, yeah.
I watched Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, yeah.
the anime first, the cartoon,
like
English
before
subtitles.
It was dubbed. Yeah,
so it wasn't like I didn't pick up on that. I've been doing this since forever. I go into movies and turn the subtitles on.
Yep,
like I enjoy that. Yep. So even video games, even on video games, Destiny. It's in subtitles.
Yep. All my video games have subtitles. And I even turn on the subtitles to where it catches the random non-player characters, the NPCs.
Oh, yeah.
So where whenever they say little blips, it'll pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm anal about that. It's bad.
I'm all for it, man.
Yeah. Subtitles or whoever invented subtitles, shout out to them.
They are the best things since sliced bread, dog.
Man, like, bless you. Bless your heart.
Yeah,
and
man.
your lineage. But no, but seriously, there's been so much that's been going on, and we had a full script ready for you guys, but there's just been too much. I mean, from Puerto Rico to what just happened the other day, Las Vegas at Route 91, rest in peace to all those who lost their lives and are struggling, and prayers to their families. Go ahead.
I think the one thing I found, like the problem was with this, and I had to kind of stay away from social media when all of that was going on, or especially Route 91.
Yeah,
is the fact that the one thing, the one specific thing. Not only do I have family members that have family there,
true,
in Vegas,
our friends,
and we do have friends that people we went to high school with.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I got that crisis alert thing on my phone.
Yeah, and
Vegas ain't, when there's something big in Vegas, everybody's there.
Yeah, because it's only 3 hours away.
Yeah, so I'm like, I really, got on and everybody showed up. I seen a response for them. I'm like, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're good. Even if I haven't talked to you, even if I never talked to you, but I'm friends with you.
Yeah,
I message you that. Why? Yep. Because anything can happen,
man.
And not only that, the one thing that touched with me, I'm not even close with this guy. I work with him.
Yeah.
And he went to that concert.
Yeah.
He took vacation time to go to that concert. And he was there. And I couldn't sleep. Like, I went to sleep with the phone on my chest. I didn't even sleep in my bed because of that. Because it was going on. I sat down. I seen everything. I immediately started. I called X.
Yeah.
I called all my people or I messaged them, text messages, and then just to make sure everybody was good. And he didn't message me back until the morning.
Oh man, I know that. Oh man.
And like I said, I'm not even we're not best of friends.
No,
or
but it's
just
like that. You're human, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So
you're human.
This thing is going on, and you're seeing all the terrible things that's going on. All the people that lost their lives, rest in peace. Easily, somebody could have been.
Yeah, somebody we knew. It that simple.
And then the second part to me staying away from social media, other than to make sure people was good, is the fact that it became another segue into something else.
True.
Why
social media will do.
Why not just let's talk about this as it is now.
True.
I don't want to hear nothing about 45. I don't want to hear nothing about the Second Amendment. This is a terrible thing just happened.
Yeah.
Let's make sure people was good. Let's make sure people got the assistance that they need. And that's investigation stages.
And let me tell you this, because I brought it up in the podcast that's going to come up as well between the conversation between me and Kylie, my wife. And I'm going to say it again now. We're not the news.
Exactly.
We're not here to present the news. We're not here to plain and simple. We're not here to be your news source. We're here to just have those conversations, talk about things that are on our chest. So hearing you and now jumping into this with the whole infotainment, I forgot exactly when that came about. I know it was before my time. But infotainment became what it is, because it used to just be the news. Yeah. There's a time where literally all that was read was the facts. They would sit in front of the camera, dude with the little hair slick to the side would get up there in his thick suit and tell you exactly what happened, and that is it.
Yeah.
But now it turned it. Well, you know, it is what it is. Everybody wants every little nugget. Yeah. What did he eat? What did he eat to have caused that?
Yeah.
What was he wearing?
Was he drunk?
What religion is he from? Well, did he have Alzheimer's? Was he mentally sick? Why? You know,
they sat there and interviewed that dude's brother.
Yeah.
He clearly didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that struck a nerve. Not only because the dude clearly didn't know what to say, right?
Yeah.
You got to think about it. Not only did all these people die, this dude just lost a brother.
Man, and
right?
that's his angle. Yeah.
And that he didn't know
was on that route and did what he was doing. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now, like, you know, it made me feel some type of way because it wasn't, the human factor wasn't there. We working. Let's get the story.
Oh, you know what's the trippiest thing? That because actually, if this was last night, I'm going through my Twitter feed before I'm getting ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I see all these live videos popping up.
Yeah.
And active shooter here, da 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 da. So I watch a video and it starts tripping me out and I go wake up Kylie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, look at this. Then when you scroll under every video that was up, the first people in the feed were representatives of different news sources asking for permission for the video, which they're just doing their job. Mm-hmm. I don't have a problem with people doing their job, but when as a people do we step in? When does like you said, when does the human factor step in? Now, maybe they were, look, I can spin it real quick right now.
Anybody can.
Look, I'm going to spin it right now. They were just doing it to get the information out there to let people know that people were in danger.
Exactly.
Boom. I just justified it right now.
No, I agree with that.
And that makes perfect sense.
I agree with that.
So I'm not against those people doing their job. I'm not against it. It's a trip to see that the first few words that are coming from people are, I'm from so and so news. Do we have can we get the rights to use this video? Like, now I don't know if RIP or prayer hands, which are really high fives, just to let people know. Mm-hmm. It's not people praying. It's two people doing a high five. But that's beyond the point.
You just ruined emojis for everybody.
I know. I just had to put it out there.
Yeah.
But we're people. And it sucked.
See,
it was terrible.
I make it apparent to understand the flip side.
Oh, you gotta.
I make it apparent to look at it from the other to try to look at it from the other person's perspective. And what that has done with me is that it's led me to a place where I'm able to say, okay, I see where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you're right. You could flip that.
That. I can damn near rationalize anything. But give me enough time.
You know, we can say that about that. But the millions and thousands of other comments and all this stuff, none of that is justifiable. I don't think so, at least in my opinion, because most of the stuff that they were saying in those comments were way beyond the situation.
It gets pretty vile pretty quick,
you know. And my problem is, I always try to stay away from comments, like on anything, and that's the reason why I do that is because you got to give people this is their space to write their opinions. There wouldn't be a comment section in Facebook and Twitter and all this stuff if we didn't want people to give their opinion to things. That's why this is a social media thing. This is how people meet friends, all of that. So if we have this comment section for people to comment, I'm not going to be the one to say, all right, don't stay out of my comments. I would never disable comments on Instagram or anything, right? I just don't pay attention to them.
True. Right?
Especially if they're negative. So now I see this thing happen and I feel this thing in my chest. Like I felt uneased, and I go to get more information on what's going on. And it's a whole bunch of left wing this, the liberals that.
But, and you know what? You know what's so funny? Because I'm actually I'm the opposite on that. Mm-hmm. And anybody who sees me on Facebook knows I
know that with you. Yeah.
I'm in the comments. and
you in there full fledged.
But let me tell you why. My only reason to be in the comments is because I want to say it was Hitler. And I'm terribly paraphrasing, and I'll find the quote.
Oh, we'll figure it out.
If you tell enough lies, if you tell a lie enough, it'll become the truth. And then also Dr. Martin Luther King, and he put it out there, the most dangerous thing in the world, the two most dangerous things in the world is conscientious stupidity and sincere ignorance. They're the two most dangerous things in the world. That is why I put on my armor and on my fingers and get to typing with force.
Twitter fingers.
Because people truly believe this stuff.
Yeah.
And only time you'll truly see me arguing is when you're broad stroking a group of people. When you start broad stroking,
lying.
Yeah, or when you just lying
outright.
But when you broad stroke a group of people, it's problematic, and that actually rolls into how the treatment and the narrative is around this gunman.
Yeah,
the fact that I just use gunman, terrorist, domestic terrorist. If you ask me, and I point to any dictionary, they're gonna say he's a domestic terrorist.
Yeah.
Now, what most news sources are gonna say, most, not all, they're gonna say he's a lone gunman. He's a lone wolf.
Listen, we all seen the interview with that police chief.
Oh yeah,
and we all seen what he said. Somebody in the crowd asked, "Is this an act of terrorist?" He said, "No, they're not. They're not investigating it as an act of terrorist." And he goes on to say, "We had reports of other bombs and other shootings in other areas. We're here to tell you that is false." I'm gonna tell you that that's a load of shit.
Thank you.
Because that is an act of terrorist.
Yeah.
That is a terrorist
You're
act.
inflicting terror on a crowd of people, and you shut down a city. You single-handedly shut down one of the most popular visited places.
The city that doesn't sleep.
On Earth, not just in the U.S. This is one of the most visited places and most popular places. People make movies. People dream about it. People's bucket list is to go to Vegas.
Exactly.
This is a bucket list place. Yeah. And you single-handedly, one man with a few guns and a little shit ton of bullets, shut that shit down.
Yeah.
That's terrorism.
That's terrorism.
Mm-hmm. And then the fact that freaking...
And I keep saying terrorist.
And the fact that ISIS claimed it like they claim everything else. Immediately. Like, oh, we did it. Like, it's not funny, but they quick to... that sounds good enough, right? Because... I feel like they got a chart. Like, if it hits... If there's so much damage... We did it.
Yeah, but you know why? Because
it's terrorism.
Fear, man.
Fear is everything.
Fear will control anything.
Man, fear, and for any people out there dealing with bullies, it's just fear.
Yeah.
Now, yes, you may get beat up, but I promise you, if you fight that bully enough, he ain't gonna mess with you no more. Y'all might even be friends. Because
that's happened.
Hey, it has happened. And I'm gonna tell you, you swing enough. Because ain't nobody, it's easy to beat up a punching bag. Mm-hmm. But when you getting tagged back, you gonna rethink. Like, I'm telling you.
You gonna switch it up.
You gonna switch it up. You gonna really think about it.
Yeah.
Like, if every time you came my way trying to pick on me, but fear. But my point of that was fear. Fear is enough to cripple and look what it just. Well, I mean,
the example I use when I talk about that, or like when I'm explaining it, even like to my wife, is that look at The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah.
How can you be in a state of disarray, and one man controls and tells a whole group of people, and he don't even walk around with a gun?
No, he walk around with a bat. Negan carry a bat.
And people at this facility got guns.
Yeah, all it would take is one dude to shoot,
and it's over,
and it's done, and we free,
right? So, and I know this is a TV show we're talking about.
Well, shit, let's roll it over to something real, slavery.
I mean, it's the same thing.
Do you know it would be anywhere from hundreds to thousands to 10 white folks on the plantation?
Yes,
maybe 20 on max.
Yes.
But that fear factor, that fear is real.
The dude with the whip is only one dude.
Man.
If 7 dudes jump on one dude.
Man.
You see, but
it's easy to say because hindsight is 20/20.
Exactly.
But that I'm not disrespecting fear. because I understand how real it is.
Oh no, I get you.
But no, and you know what else? And speaking on, because I watched a crap ton of those videos that were posted up about the shooting, and I even commented on myself. I was like, damn, man, why didn't those people start running? Fear. That fear factor, bro. Like, I mean,
you hear some of the people, get down.
I don't know how to explain this to people, but I felt true fear before. Not scary movie scared. No. When you got a gunshot ringing out next to you, and you ain't in no controlled environment like a gun range.
Yeah, you don't know where it's coming from.
This ain't no video game. This ain't Call of Duty. This ain't. But when it's coming your way, now I was in middle school. Man, it shook me to my core. I couldn't move. I've never been completely frozen. I could hear everything. I heard my dad calling out for me, yelling for me. I couldn't even speak. Just fear, just complete terror. Stuck. Mm-hmm. So now that I'm thinking back on that, I get it. Yeah. Because for the whole first clip, if you guys go and watch some of those videos that are up, and like right as the concert's going, when the first clip was unloaded, people did not move. I don't know if they thought it all of a sudden turned into a rap concert.
Because the music was still playing.
The
music was still playing.
People were frozen. You can tell people knew something was off.
Because what happened? You hear the first clip going on while the music is going.
Yeah, and then the music cuts. Stop. And then everybody stuck looking like pigeons. And then you hear
somebody on the mic go, whoa. And then you hear the
next clip.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. And then it just, that fear is real. And I'll never, ever disregard or... No, because I understand.
Exactly.
I understand how real
I get it, man. I get it. To be something, if you're scared of something, right? It's not a bad thing to be scared. It's never a bad thing. That's your body protecting itself. Exactly. But you just need to know what you're doing or what you're up against or even how to move. Yeah. And you know what got me to think that way was security. When I was doing security, this guy, he was like my trainer. He was a retired off-duty officer, and he was a supervisor for the company. And he used to tell me, listen, when you were out here, right, because we leave you, you're out here doing a job. You need to think of situations that may happen so you know what to do. Yeah. Right? And it's sad that you have to say stuff like that. I'm talking about, I go to Denny's.
Yeah.
And I purposely pick a spot where I know I could get out of there if something happens.
Hey, and you know what's so funny? I'm happy you said that, because that reminds me of law enforcement. Yeah. And that brings me to, because that was something that we had originally planned to talk about, was law enforcement and whether the training, the police killings and whatnot. Now let me tell you this. First and foremost, when shit going down, I'm calling 911.
Exactly.
I ain't no
idiot.
I don't
care what situation.
Man, I'm calling the police.
Yeah.
I ain't stupid. Now, yes, I'm gonna defend myself. Uh-huh. However that's fit, and it ain't worth it, man. Sometimes it may be hot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna defend myself. But I ain't no fool.
Oh, of course not.
Kylie called the cops. It's real. But at the same time, I feel like there's certain things that can be put in place where our law enforcement can be better suited, better equipped socially and mentally.
Yeah. To
do this so we can have lower bad police encounters.
All right. So like you said, we had planned on talking about this, right? True. And this has nothing to do with, just so you guys know, has nothing to do with the Vegas shooting.
Oh, no, not at all.
This part of this conversation is kind of off that. But and supposedly, I didn't really see it, but the police officers out there handled it the way that they should have handled it. Right? I want to first start off by saying I understand law enforcement, military men, our military servicemen. I have nothing but respect for them.
Oh yeah.
The reason why is because to do what they do isn't easy. To put your life on the line every day is not an easy task, right?
No, sir.
I have family members that were in the military, and I
Same here.
stop, I salute.
I got family members in the military now.
I shake their hand.
Yeah.
You know, because that's that little bit of respect goes a long way.
Hell yeah.
Women, men, all the same, right? So I understand that. In particularly, we're talking about that Huntington shooting, or the Huntington officer that shot and killed.
We were talking about that.
Yeah, that was where this whole thing came into, and you said something to me about like a year or something ago that made so much sense, and I think that it should happen. Is that imagine if police officers had something to lose.
Oh yeah,
remember that?
And you know what? To be honest, I want to say I pulled that from. I overheard Dick Gregory say that.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Dick Gregory. I'm so happy I got to see him live.
Hey man.
Before his passing, that was a hell of an experience.
Yeah, but that statement made so much sense because you have to be 100% correct in your doing.
Oh man,
right?
And look. The reason why I said this, and okay, basically, there's a few points I feel that were, if implemented into the law enforcement, things would get so much better.
Yeah.
And now this is the first one. Insure them, have them insured like you do medical professionals.
Yeah.
If somebody in the medical field's out there writing scripts for just any old body, or out there coming in messing up during surgeries too many times, they can lose their license to practice.
Yeah.
Whether you're a nurse, da. So guess what? You're going to do things up to code. You're going to constantly be thinking, am I making the right choice? You're not going to make the rash choice because the fear of losing your job. You're not going to go and take that random surgery that your chances are slim to none at the risk of your job.
Yeah.
So you're going to make sounder, more thought out decisions. At least that's the point. Of course, you still got your wild cards. Yeah. There's always going to be outliers. I don't care what industry you're in. I don't care if it's construction. There's going to be the guy up there without the harness. There's always going to be some outliers.
Yeah.
But when you put things in place and you give somebody something to lose, I'm not going to steal money from my job. Why? Because if I'm caught, I'm going to go to jail.
Yeah.
And not only am I going to jail, I'm losing my job.
Yep. So now your financial gain is gone.
Yeah, now the gain is gone.
Yeah.
So you got to put certain things in place. And would I even care? Would I care? I just watched. I can give you a whole solid list of people who were killed by law enforcement, and they were damn near proven, if not 100% proven, to be dirty kills. Yeah, and they're still free, and they're still working.
And that's why I say you got to be 100% correct, not 99.9.
No, it needs to be 100% correct.
It needs to be 100%, and particularly that Huntington Beach shooting, I feel like was totally wrong.
Oh yeah,
I felt like I sat there and watched that. I watched it the day it came out, and I just that human factor kicked in again. Like, damn, he died.
And he
got shot 7 times.
And you know what else jumped to my mind with that? Because apparently, from what I saw, he pulled for his gun the moment the guy grabbed his clip.
Yeah.
I don't know, because it's been a while and so much other stuff.
No, you're correct. You're correct. Okay,
so when the guy pulled his extra clip from his belt, he pulled for his gun and shot.
Yeah.
Now, in my head, that's why I have in front of me hours of training that is by the state of California that's required for your basic.
Oh wow, you got it all.
Yeah, I got it all. This is straight from the California.gov website.
Yeah.
For the peace officer standardized training. What's required? How many hours for each subject? And you can find it at California.gov. This is not no source other than our state's website.
Yeah. And I didn't even know you pulled this.
Yes, and it gives you how many hours are required for each subject. And then it even gives you for each subject of their training, and then it gives you how. And this is just the minimum. So yeah, there's some counties who will have more, and some counties will have less, or some cities and whatnot. But these are the standards.
Yeah,
of course, it's going to vary.
Okay.
But these, and depending on your region, you may have more drug problems, so you're going to have more hours in this.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. Okay. Now, from what I understand, you're only supposed to rock standard police issued equipment.
Mm-hmm.
So, if from my understanding, you should have a training and know right there is only your clip. No need to shoot somebody when they pull my clip out my belt. Now that's me. Now, and let me stop right here, because I understand how blank I sound. Yeah, and I understand how. Let me address.
We'll do the flip side.
No, I'm gonna address it right now. I understand how simple I make it sound.
Yeah,
I understand that, and I know it's not that simple, and I know that when you're in a high intensity situation, things go down.
Yeah,
but the reason you are law enforcement, the reason why you're rocking your badge, the reason why you have your apparel and you're out here protecting and serving, is because you took the proper training to not make you a jumpy citizen like me.
Yeah.
You are trained. You're a better look. I tell people, I say it just like this. You're a better man than me, because Lord knows I couldn't be no law enforcement. I couldn't be law enforcement. I couldn't be corrections. I couldn't be law enforcement. I couldn't be no meter maid.
Listen,
because first off, I that's not me.
But
and I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna tell you, the fact that you went that route, you're supposed to be above that. You're supposed to be held to a standard, and your standard is different than me as a citizen.
As a regular,
it has to be.
I look at all of this and I get overwhelmed just looking at it.
Hey, but let me tell you this: when a truck driver gets that Class B, I don't know if it's still the same way, but when they get a ticket, they can lose their everything.
Yeah.
Things go double for people with Class B licenses. Why isn't it
the same thing?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because when Pookie and them get shot and do the shooting, they go to jail.
Yeah.
Why is it such a dilemma when you got a shield on?
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I get it. I do get it. But this is why we said we understand their position.
Oh yeah.
This is why we you get all the praise for doing what you're doing. But do it right.
Do it right.
You know, and I shouldn't have to tell you how to do your job.
And I'm gonna tell you this, and I'm not trying to tell people how to do their job, but I'm just trying to tell you that I know for a fact that if you bust in a 16-hour shift with a fucking cannon on your waist, and all of a sudden somebody try to come to hug you, and you think it's a swing because you're delirious because you're 16 hours on the shift, driving overnight, doing a random hours working in a rough neighborhood. You liable to bust a cap.
Yeah.
Why? Because you're human.
Exactly.
Now, that's the second point. So first, I believe they should be insured like medical professionals. And once you're not insurable, you can no longer work.
Yeah.
Now, my second point
makes sense.
My second point, which I think is the most important, is you can only have 8 hours on the beat. If you in the street working a shift, if you outside of the department building and you out there policing, you can only do 8 hours. And then any overtime, which should be a small cap of minimum of 10 to 12 hours a day, is behind a desk.
Yeah.
Relaxing, recouping, or not relaxing, but doing paperwork. Because there should be no way you have overtime with a loaded weapon out there on the street, delirious. Who knows how long you stayed up the night before? Who knows if you have another job? Who knows if you work security on the side, bounce a club, this and that? You know, there's so much more to it.
Yeah.
I'm talking from the human factor. This could be any job.
Hey.
I don't want my doctor coming and doing surgery on me knowing he had a 12-hour shift, and now he getting me on his 13th hour talking about I'm working on your brain.
But see, everything that we're talking about
that's
now,
reasonable.
You would think that it was what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it don't sound too crazy.
You know what I'm saying? You would think that I thought they were already doing that.
No.
But it's not.
No. I mean, look at this. This is for once again, California.gov. Anybody can go and get it. So, introduction to criminal law. The minimum for introduction to criminal law is, what does that say?
4 hours.
4 hours. That's all they got. You the damn law enforcement. You are law enforcement.
Yeah.
Enforcing. But why is it you only have a minimum of 4 hours of criminal law? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, nah. Because we all see these videos of citizens telling
the cop the law.
And, the cop just doesn't know what to say. Like,
what statute is that?
Yeah. I feel,
but
you're
now
right.
Doesn't that make sense now? Knowing that the state minimum, this is for California.
Yeah.
Which is one of the most, in my opinion, heavily policed places. Now, the third one, and I think this is the biggest one. I feel, and they will be paid, you need to go through a year of full paid like you normally would, because at this point you are law enforcement, full paid community unarmed service. Now you would go work in places such as welfare offices, community centers, parks.
Oh, you talking about like that when they go strolling, like back in the day?
Yes.
Yeah, we seen it in movies.
Yeah, you see it in
like
all
that.
the old 70s movie, the cop walking around with a
baton,
baton, talking to the kids. The fact that I don't know any of my law enforcement in my neighborhood, I had one sitting in front of my house the other day, and I didn't know whether to wave or call another cop to make sure I was cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know the man.
No.
But I've seen him on my block a few times. But why not? Why not? You do a year, and then you have a committee board, which is made up of citizens from that neighborhood who agree or disagree based on your performance. Mm-hmm. And on that board would also be the police chief or the sergeant or the I don't know the ranking, so I'm sorry if I'm butchering this.
Well, just to make it
legit. Yeah. So you have, because I don't want people telling people who are not law enforcement how to do their job.
Exactly.
Even though
that would make
sound like I'm
no
doing
sense.
Right now. But these are just basic human things.
Well, this is your concern.
This is you work with the people.
Yeah. And you work,
but yet you don't have to interact with the people until after you're done.
Well, you know what they say. Well, just speaking from security standpoint, security is there when stuff happens. Law enforcement get caught after, when something has already started to happen or has already happened.
True.
So, for example, you get into an accident in San Bernardino County. If no one ain't hurt, they're not coming.
They're not coming because of the lack of funding.
They'll ask you, "Hey, is everyone all right?" You turn around, y'all good? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, we're all good. All right. Well, we ain't coming, y'all. Y'all exchange information and be up out of there. Type. And that to me is like, damn, I feel like y'all really don't want to work. That's how I feel. But looking at the budgets and monies and stuff like that, I just feel like damn, where my tax money? Where my tax dollars going to?
And that's another point of it all.
Yeah.
So with the community service, I feel like that makes people. It's hard to have issues, and even on the flip side, with the people interacting with law enforcement, it's hard to hate something that you know.
Yeah.
If me and you didn't get along, but we had to sit in a room or we constantly interacted with each other, at some point, whether we ain't gotta like each other, we're gonna have a basic respect for each other.
Exactly.
If I'm constantly interacting with you.
Yeah.
If it's always a situation where I have to look you in your eye and say a hi.
Or talk to you.
Interact
with you. So.
Or you interact with my kids.
Yeah.
Or you, on a basic dumb level, and this is one of them side stories, my mom's dog, Pepper. I hate this dog with all my heart. I hate this dog. But the dog has a hell of a relationship with my daughter.
Yeah.
I now respect the dog.
You have no choice.
And no, I have a choice because I can still hate that motherfucker.
Well, yeah, but it's your baby girl.
It's my daughter and that dog have one of the coolest TV show relationships. It's the best thing on earth to see. Mm-hmm. And it made me have a respect and almost like this mutt.
Yeah.
Why? Because now I have to interact with you. Because my
baby
daughter
girl
loves you.
Yeah.
Do you know, so now flipping into something that has more substance, if I know all my law enforcement personnel's names, if I got their card in my pocket, when I see them on the street, I can say, "Hi, officer so and so."
I
can wave and you wave back. Things feel a little different. It don't feel so. That friction ain't there, because until you, and this is mainly out for my minority listeners, for people who aren't minorities, if you driving and you ain't did nothing illegal and all of a sudden the cops stay behind you too long, it is a hell of a feeling.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, start thinking you did something illegal.
Hey, listen, I was in a security car with the decals, the light, everything, and a cop got behind me. I was terrified. I pulled over. He pulled over too.
Man.
I pulled over.
Man.
And this is right when everything started kicking off. And it's sad that I gotta do that, but it's that extra step I'm gonna take just to feel everything out,
man. Because it's your life.
Like
Everybody go home.
I've already made plans on how I would address certain situations if they happen. This is going back to me premeditating things happening,
bro. So
now you got to teach your kids this,
bro. This is what I try to explain to people, and when people come at me and argue, oh, well, if you did nothing wrong, you have nothing to fear, this and that. Growing up, when I learned how to drive, I learned how to act while driving. Yeah, I learned to not have a car full of people while driving. I learned not to have no hoodies. No hoodies. Why is it? My ears could be freezing off. I'm not gonna wear a beanie, and I'm not rocking a hoodie because immediately, me being a black man, I get a different look and persona. Yeah. First off, I'm already a big dude. That's already a strike against me. So I'm big, black. My hair is semi-long and wild. I look like something out of a...
You just look all
I look like something... Man. Yeah. Let TV tell it I'm a criminal. But... So now I have to carry myself a little different. Because I already got 3 strikes against me. So
you start off...
I'm already losing.
In the house.
That's why most of my conversations with people who aren't like me or look like me usually end with, man, you're different.
Yeah, because some people don't understand. Yeah, you don't have to go through that. You ain't been in that situation, man. And that when fathers really have to sit down and tell you, like my uncle, he does not like that my hair is this way. You need to cut that off. Yep. He tells me that. Yep. You need to cut it off. You need to cut this off. You need to start dressing appropriately. Yep. You need to carry yourself this particular way.
And why?
You see what I'm saying?
Why? No. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I've heard all these same things.
I want you
because you're a black man in America.
Listen,
bro.
No, I get that. I get that.
And because you no matter people don't. Shannon Sharp said it amazingly. When you see me walking down the street, you don't know what religion I am. You don't know what. You don't know where I grew up. You don't know whether I'm educated or not. You don't know anything about me other than my color.
Exactly.
And if you don't see color, you probably should go see a doctor.
Yeah. Well.
But and now jumps into something else. What is all the stigma behind my color? You know what I mean? That's why your uncle. I'm not speaking for your uncle, but I can almost guarantee if I put money on it, I think I'm gonna win. It's a solid bet.
Oh yeah, you gonna win.
That I know, and it's for that reason. Yeah. And it's sad that I have a daughter and I have another daughter on the way, but I know that if I had a son.
Oh, it's a whole I gotta have
that conversation with him.
Yeah,
I have to. I would be a fool not to, and I even have to have it with my daughters. Now that I think about it,
exactly.
But I have to have these conversations.
You know what I've chalked it up to? I used to tell him all the time, like when I say him, I mean my uncle. Yeah. Is that, I know I look this way, but I've already thought about this process. I've already said in my mind what I'm gonna do. I know it's sad that I got to do that. Yep. But I already know. So now a situation happens with me where whatever goes on, I've already got this little thing. I got this thing worked out. So, and then not only that, I can, the way I communicate is different.
Oh, very true.
So I talk different.
True.
So now
No.
Cop pulls me over.
Not different. Not different. Like you read a damn book and like you went to school some damn
listen,
where.
I'm gonna tell you why.
I hate that different stuff.
It's different because
I know why it's different.
When they look at when I have conversations with people of you don't even black people.
Oh man.
I have conversations with anyone. Why? With black people, why you talk like that?
I'm like, damn.
I had a dude make fun of me on the video game. He switched all the way up when he was on the phone.
I'm like, well I was on the phone
because I say every word. Yeah. I pronounce.
Oh yeah, because my lips touch. Because I
can talk. Like, and this dude was a Filipino. He said that to me, right? Another thing is, I had a conversation with somebody, and he looked at me and said, "You're very well spoken." I was like,
I hate that with a passion.
I got a little taken back. I knew what he was coming from, or knew where he was coming from, but I was taken back because I'm like, So what I'm supposed to sound like?
Yeah, like, that's my next question.
What you want me to sound like? What I sound like you? Like
yeah, like what am I supposed to? And now for people out there listening who don't understand what that means, let me give you a tip. When you tell somebody I'm gonna go ahead and just use me because that's what I know. I'm black. When you tell me as a black man, oh my God, you're so well spoken. You're saying that I'm different from a lot of you are different from what you thought. You thought all black people were going to speak a certain way.
You thought everybody was like loving hip hop.
Whether this is what you meant, this is how it comes across. So next time you're getting ready to when you get ready to speak to somebody and you're shocked at how they communicate, don't tell them, oh my God, you're so well spoken. No, don't do it. Yeah. It's disrespectful.
It is disrespectful
because now you're disrespecting my whole. Once again, broad stroke statements. You just not because I mean, it's wrong. It's wrong.
Yeah, don't man.
Don't do it. Just appreciate the moment. Appreciate that this person sounds like they read a book.
Conversation with somebody.
Yeah, man. Come on.
We don't have to. Everybody isn't country. Everybody isn't this. But even having the conversation with people who don't speak, quote unquote, like this.
Yeah, whatever it is.
You can still have a great conversation with them.
Yeah. That's a good point. Don't disregard people just because they sound different.
Even look, I mean,
I got plenty of country friends.
You know what I'm saying? I got people. I got people. I know people out that can have great conversations. They're they're not well spoken, right? But they can talk to you. Yeah. You can have a conversation with them about multiple things.
Yeah. And
they can talk to you. But they may not use the right words. They may not pronounce things correctly. But you can still talk to them.
Yep.
So when you sitting up here and you watching me and you expect me to be every word come out of my mouth is supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Or
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. If you want to see a great example of this, and there's a bunch of videos. Go watch early interviews and even current interviews of Nipsey Hussle. If you want to see, Tupac, Nipsey Hussle, who else? I can go on for days of just perfect examples. Well, Tupac was very well spoken. Let me stop. Mm-hmm. Nipsey Hussle was very well spoken too, but his earlier interviews, it'll trip you out. But it just plain and simple.
But using Nipsey Hussle as an example, I think he's one of the few that did change for the better, though.
True. Very true.
So, yeah, he goes out. He puts out these mixtapes, great CDs. He makes a name for himself.
Yep.
And he takes his money that he earned and does something positive.
True.
You only see him.
Problem.
Well, yeah. I'm just stick to Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle talks about where he comes from.
True.
All times.
Yep.
He never leaves it.
Nope.
Even went back. Gave money back to the community, gave things back to the community, opened up a store in the heart of the community where he's from.
Yep.
A store he's been kicked out of. A store he got arrested in front of.
Yep.
All of these had this nice documentary, this nice story portraying all of that, and he's back there.
Yep.
Nothing stopped him from staying in his community. And now that's what makes him different because he got money and changed for the good. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he was the way that you seen people dog and all of this on TV, but we all ain't like that. Like we're not.
No way. And you shouldn't put a standard. It should be a standard human being. You shouldn't put standards on people based on their ethnicity or racial background.
Yeah, and black people are to blame for that too.
Oh,
because look at. My wife is the perfect example. Her people in her family used to say, "Oh, you talk white."
Oh God, man! If that now, and this is, but this
that's
is
crazy to me.
And I'm gonna tie it back to. Look, you can tie almost 99% of the problems in the world back to colonialism, and I'm not gonna go down that road because we don't have that much time. That's for another day.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say: stop doing that to your own. If they're doing something that's not your average typical norm, don't call them another ethnicity. Don't say don't try to belittle them. Don't belittle it. I don't know how many times growing up I didn't been called. I've been told I act white.
Hey, this turns into the whole nerds thing.
Oh well, yeah.
Look how many people shun playing video games as an adult or watching cartoons as an adult. This whole thing comes full circle.
Yeah, it really does.
When you sit there and think about it.
Adventures of
because
Black Nerds.
We sit here and we talk about things, not only do we talk about social issues and things like that, we talk about things that we love.
True.
Right? I love sports. Mm-hmm. Alongside that, I love video games. Alongside that, I played the hell out of Pokemon Go. You know, I'm all over the place. Yeah. Right? And I had people tell, oh, you play Pokemon Go?
Oh, my God.
Calling me a nerd. Yeah, and my skin is thick. Yeah. I got duck feather skin, dog. Yeah. Everything smooth up. Like, I just don't care. Because what makes you mad at me is the fact that I can say, and?
Yep. And it's so funny. And this is why I tell people, be okay with your hobbies. Don't knock your hobbies, because your hobby may become your business.
Exactly.
Your hobby may feed your family, feed you. It may fund you. So don't man, gosh, I can go for days on this.
We can. But I get what you're saying. I know we've been beating it, but it's still like we get this every day. Yeah. Every day.
You play video games. Well, yeah, I do, man.
I sit up and I research stuff. Why are you always researching things? Yeah. Why are you always looking up stuff? Yep. What are you looking up now? Yep. What I'm looking up is bothering you? Go sit at your table and relax. Right. I tell people get mad. I be telling people relax. Just go relax. Like I'm way beyond the high school days.
Oh yeah.
Like what I'm doing ain't bothering you, dog. Man. Go relax. Go eat your cupcake or whatever you're doing, and let me do what I'm doing. Because I stay on YouTube all day, whether I'm watching music stuff or I'm watching gaming stuff. Lately, it's been a lot of Destiny stuff. Yes. So I've been watching that, and you may hear the audio. What are you watching now? Man, you still on Destiny? Man, you paying my bills? Back up. Like, I be telling people all the time, like, yo, relax, man.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, you know what I love about YouTube? What I love about YouTube is when you hit those rabbit hole moments. Mm-hmm. Like,
when you just keep going.
And then all of a sudden you find a big something. Like, the biggest thing to date for me that I found on YouTube, and I don't know if it was you who brought it up or Mufasa off of Xbox Live who brought it up. I don't know who it was. Shout out to E. But it came about that, I think it was E who brought it up, that MC Hammer was a goon. Now check this.
I didn't know that.
It started with one video with an interview with Redman talking about
I seen that DJ Vlad.
Yes. Yeah. And talking about how MC Hammer came 50 deep, ready to stomp old boy out at his show. And then you dig deeper and find out MC Hammer was known for going, if you was talking crap, he was coming in with his whole crew to your show. He pulled up. The dancing dude was the one. But what people gotta realize is that was the rap scene at that time. But what was coming in was the gangster rap. Yeah. And MC Hammer was putting a wall up and stopping that, because you ain't gonna outsell MC Hammer. Yeah. So then all of them got together and started clowning it, and then you know how it goes. A wave catches on. Oh, that's corny. The same, and let me jump on this. The same dudes who said that's corny is the same one who's gonna be rocking them rompers.
Skinny jeans.
I remember people used to clown about skinny jeans and high waters.
Skinny jeans.
People used to the same ones who I can promise you right now, the same dudes out there who was rocking the 4-5X t-shirts when you really needed a medium are the ones right now wearing the medium clothes that you were supposed to be wearing in middle school. Yeah, you're the same ones.
Hey, because it's the fad overruns it, man. Yep. The fad overruns it. But there's only true people that stick to that. Like, I'm not gonna even use me. There's people who stick to what they are, right? And who was it the one? And when you said it to me, I was like, I'm gonna always be cool with this dude. B Dub, not 1-6. Dub, because
he was gonna be who he was.
You know what I'm saying? That's why he'll always be cool with me. Exactly. Always. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Man, look. Long story short, be happy with who you are. And be okay with yourself. Be able to look in the mirror and feel fulfillment. Be able to get up every day knowing that you're going to work, because you have to pay your bills, but once again, it's because you want to pay your bills. Because there's people out there who chose not to pay bills, and you see them. Mm-hmm. I know of plenty of homeless people who chose to be homeless. Yep. Don't be fooled.
And they're cool as hell.
They happy as hell. There's some people who live that life. It's a choice. Once you realize that you choose, you have a lot more choice than you think, and that is your life, and you're getting up because you feel it's important to go to work. Once you start looking at it that way, things get better.
Yep.
Only thing you have control over is you and your reaction to the way the world and the universe comes at you.
Hey, so man, just worry about you. Do you and be happy.
And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just say thank you. Make sure to click that like button, click that subscribe button,
and also follow us on our Twitter
accounts.
Yes, mine is at XTJones. And you
at BaronJ67.
I'm not gonna plug you because you do it yourself.
And for all those sponsors out there who want to send us free stuff, want us to review things, I mean, I'll take pictures, all that.
Hey, listen, I'm starting to. You know, I want to shout before we go. I want to shout out One Love IE. They make some comfortable socks, dog.
See, I ain't got a pair. One Love IE. I need a pair of socks.
Some comfortable socks. And the dude told me, shout out Justin. Actually, we went to school with him. Well,
dope.
He graduated a year before we got there. But anyway, he told me, these socks going to change your life. And I haven't taken them off. I washed them, put them right back on.
Nice.
So shout out you, One Love IE. Also, like I said, follow us on Twitter because that's where we're at.
And Instagram.
Yeah.
At BaronJ67.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Man, y'all have a good one.
For you in the day, I need to see you cause it's been forever in the day. I'm in the studio just thinking about you. In the studio, trying to figure what, where, how I'ma get to you. Now don't you hear the money?